All righty. So you know what? I was inspired. So I know I already came up with one game, it was a prize game, but I was also inspired by our conversation last week, right? When you so eloquently laid out best versus greatest. When we talked about, Michael Jordan. And again, to kind of summarize what you said, I think a lot of what goes into being a greatest has, obviously you have to accomplish things within the game, but there's other things that go into it that make things great, and we attach ourselves to them. So I wanted to have a GOAT conversation.
All right.
Okay, so we have this new segment called GOAT Talk, where we go over the GOAT in some type of sports element.
Okay.
So let's get this going.
We ain't talking about the best. We're talking about the GOAT. Welcome to GOAT Talk.
Was that a GOAT in the background? New sound alert.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
All right, now next week I gotta come with a freaking soundboard. Like
you do, man. Step your game up, baby. Each week we're gonna get better. All right, so this week's GOAT Talk is gonna be top mixed martial arts moves. Now, it's not necessarily in a particular order, but you know what my favorite mixed martial arts move is, and that one is my favorite. So we will get to it. Before I get into my top 4 mixed martial arts GOAT moves, I will name the honorable mentions. Okay, there are 2 honorable mentions. Okay, and so first honorable mention is hard hands. Okay,
just in general.
Yeah, just in general. That's a good thing to have. If your job is to hit people, is to have hard hands. And there's lots of notable hard hands in the game right now. You have Game Bread, right? The BMF, George McEnroe, we talked about them. Henry Cejudo has hard hands. Conor McGregor has one punch knockout power. But the hardest hitter in the UFC, but without any question, is champ Amanda Nunes. Okay?
Oh, hands down.
She is the hardest hitter in the game.
Hands down.
Having hard hands is extremely important in a fight where you have to beat up on other people. So that's honorable mention number 1. Number 2, I just like these so much. Muay Thai kicks, knees from the clinch.
Okay.
The dirtiness of them, right? When you get the good clean.
Yeah, they're around the neck, the Anderson Silva, as I like to call it.
Like, I've been in a Muay Thai clinch. I ain't been kneed in the face, but dude, like, you can't get out of those things. If someone got a good clinch on you, like, it's
that's
really,
all bad.
And the bad part is, like getting stiff arm when you play football. When somebody got they hand in your face mask and you
no
start
control.
Yeah, but the first thing, your reaction is get their hands off me. Right? You're just like,
Yeah.
But that's not the problem.
But that's the mistake.
Exactly. The problem is the knees that are coming, right? And so you get the knees in the face. So Muay Thai knees from the clinch. All right, let's get into the GOAT list. Number 4, and again, these aren't in particular order, but
somewhere in this range.
Yeah, number 4, we're gonna go with a submission, the triangle choke. Okay, this is the GOAT MMA move, a triangle choke. Triangle choke is a submission, right? In mixed martial arts, you have to have a complete tool belt, right? You got to be good on the feet. You got to be good on the clinch. You got to be agile, powerful, strong. You also have to have a good ground game. And a triangle choke is such a great move. We talked about fighters who kind of like being on the ground. Nate Diaz is one of those, right? Who likes being in those positions and can do interesting things there. And you know what? Triangle choke, like the Darcy choke, is a very exciting choke. I mean, the one that pops into my head, number 1, is Anderson Silva versus Chael Sonnen, right? Yeah. Chael was washing Anderson Silva for 4 rounds. The lead up to it, right? Chael was talking about his mama, his country, all that kind of stuff, and he came in whooping his ass. He brought it. And what happened? In the last 30 seconds, he gets caught in a triangle choke.
Wasn't it like triangle choke / armbar? Like it was like the hybrid.
It was some weird thing. Boom, done. And so triangle choke, that is on my GOAT MMA list.
All right.
Number 3 on the GOAT MMA list is leg kicks. Okay? Leg kicks. Now, when you watch UFC 249 with us, one thing you will hear the announcers, Joe Rogan, I think DC is going to be there to talk about as soon as it happens, is leg kicks, right?
They're huge fans.
Yeah, leg kicks are such a hard thing. And the reason why they're important is because you need your legs to fight, right? If
everything
you are
else
fatigued, you can't punch, you can't do other things, you can't wrestle, right? And so taking that damage to the leg hurts. I mean, dude, there's some guys, Barbosa, he's on this card. He is known for his leg kicks. Jose Aldo, obviously, some crazy leg kicks from him. Hell, Anderson Silva broke his leg trying to kick somebody else. And so leg kicks, it has to be up there on GOAT MMA moves. Moving on, okay? Another kick, all right? Leg kicks are cool, right? Joe Rogan's going to tell us they establish position. Look at those leg kicks, blah, 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 blah. However, if you get caught with a front kick.
Yeah, I was hoping you said this one.
If you get caught with a front kick.
The Anderson Silva feature.
Wait. Why you going to ruin it? See, you mess up the build-up, man. Because, see, that's the first thing that comes to your mind, right? Yeah. But I want to remind you that a front kick anywhere is gonna hurt you. Israel Adesanya, you know what I mean? He throws great front kicks. He throws that left leading front kick that can just come at any moment. Again, Conor McGregor, that leg kick comes right down the middle. It's like they don't even see it. You know,
Ferguson has a good one.
100%. You know, it's like you're looking for something else, and even with the kicks, you're looking for a leg kick and high kick, and they throw that front kick, right? That usually comes to the midsection, or you even throw that teep right to the knee, right? That Jon Jones does. That's really annoying, right? Stop doing that, right? But it's such a surprising kick, and it's so effective, right? Yes. And again, like you mentioned and stole my thunder, Anderson Silva versus Vitor Belfort. I'm going to say this is the best knockout.
Oh yeah.
I agree. My second favorite knockout, just to get into it, is versus Forrest Whitaker when he was doing the Ali, had his hands down and walked in.
Forrest Griffin. Forrest Whitaker's the actor. wrong form of entertainment.
Yeah, Blick, Pinta. You know I don't know folks' names, man. Come on now. You could have let that one slide, bro.
Nah.
But yes, versus Forrest Griffin, where he caught him, where he did his shot and drive and knocked him out. But yeah, the front kick to the face is about, hey man, front kick. It got to be on the GOAT list. But
I agree.
There is a special place in my heart for the final GOAT move. This is the MJ GOAT move to me. Okay, you have hard hands, you have knees to the clinch, you got elbows, all kinds of stuff. But the one thing that will take a fighter's soul quicker than anything is a short elbow.
Yeah.
Oh Lord Jesus, short elbow. And you know what? I'm gonna go take a stroll back in memory lane, because the true reason why I'm a Uriah Faber fan is that loss that he took to Dominic Cruz in that first fight. And let's remember in the second fight, right? A lot of bad blood there. Was Ultimate Fighter, there were the coaches there, and there's a lot of bad blood there. And Uriah Faber lost, but in that fight, he broke both of his hands. Okay, he broke both hands in that fight, right? And he starts throwing elbows instead. Okay, so he starts using his elbows and throwing elbows. And the first time he catches Dominic with one, Dominic's like, "What? Like, what'd you do?" And it's not like elbows are a foreign thing, right? Obviously, Muay Thai, there's a lot of Muay Thai fighters, and there's people who use elbows, but it was the first time for me to see it used as a weapon. Now, I think it has evolved over the years. Tony Ferguson has used his elbows great. Weili Zhang, right? She is, again, if we're talking about hardest hitters, we got Nunez, Zhang is right there. Nowhere. She used her elbows excellent. However, there is nobody better in the fight game.
I didn't want to steal your thunder again.
Oh, no, you ain't taking this. I would have fought you through this if you take this, baby. You would have caught a short elbow from me, but there's nobody better at the short elbow than the greatest fighter of all time, in my opinion, Jon Bones Jones. The best short elbow to ever happen in the history of short elbows thrown was his fight versus Rashad Evans. Again, I think the context is important because this is a grudge match, right? At the same MMA training facility, and Rashad was mad because Jones was next up, and the coaches kind of put him on, and so he left. And Rashad was a champion, right? And Rashad came in at heavyweight, right? He came in at heavyweight and then was moving down, and so it was John was an up and comer, and it was like, this is it. And John caught him with a short elbow that made him rethink his career. Rashad Evans ain't been the same since.
The man's soul left his body. Like, you could see it on his face. Like, he was like, what was that?
If you remember, he was talking all this yin yang, talking about he used to watch John in practice, that he had nothing on him, all that. And he hit him with that elbow and made him rethink his career path.
That man went straight to the announcer booth.
Rashad Evans ain't been the same since. And to me, that showed just how effective this movement can be, because it will make a fighter, a man who has dedicated his life to not only punching other people in the face, but being punched in the face. Like, this is the thing, you get in knowing you're going to get hit, right? And he took that thing and said, nah, man. Nah, man, I can't do this no more. And even when he's fought after that, he ain't been the same.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Jamie Foxx stand-up where he was like during Ali, like he tried to like box and like train, and he gets hit in the face and he starts tearing the gloves off like that. I can just imagine Rashad Evans is like, nah, I gotta take these off.
I'm done. So that is our inaugural GOAT Talk.
I like it.
That is it.
So I don't disagree with any of them. I am going to throw in one honorable mention of my own, as we discussed a little bit earlier, and that is the question mark kick. There is something about the trickery and like the magic that it looks like it's just like, again, as we mentioned, I tried it. It was a bad idea. I think I tore both knees. I
wouldn't dare try it.
But to see Israel Adesanya is the one that comes to mind the most, and I don't remember the guy who he fought. But like the fact that he had pre-planned it, and it was just like it's one of those things where it's like, to see the fighter set things up in that manner, like, okay, I'm gonna keep kicking to the body because he thinks it's coming body, and then now I'm gonna just fake body, and without putting my foot back down, I'm gonna wrap it back up around and kick you in the back of the neck. And it was just like, it was the craziest thing I had seen, and I thought it was absolute fire.
No, 100%. That's a great move. I mean, we could throw a bunch of disparate things, right? Like, there's a lot of great moves, and that's a great. Gamebred needs his own flying knee, special move, right? Because that was great. No, there's a lot of great moves that we can pick from. I would never even try a question mark kick. To your point, like having the athleticism, not only the athleticism to do it, right? Because I'm sure you wouldn't try it on a person. You probably tried it in your living room and couldn't do it, right? Exactly. He's trying this in a fight,
right?
And executing it.
Yeah.
Right? And so, it just speaks to the level of athleticism these dudes have and what they can do with their bodies, which is impressive. So, shout out to the question mark.
Most definitely.